So this build's mostly done now. I got lucky when I got Ultimate Gley because I had 4 sockets for my modules, and all 4 of them were useful for this build, so it didn't take me nearly as long to just burn much less catalyst too to get her maxed out. But she still needs to get maxed out because I'm still missing a full module on her, and I still need to buff. I still need to increase the mods on her, like focus ones, even though they're not that important. So if you didn't notice, I don't care one bit about skill power because I'm just a straight infinite rocket build pretty much. The only other skill I use that uses skill power is the life siphoning one, but even that one's more for the healing, which for my testing, the healing it gives you is not even based on that either. Just the damage, which is still useful, especially for that one blind spot for the Gley infinite build, which is of course killing the enemies that can only be killed by headshots. Very hard on the rockets, but also not impossible. I have landed them before, but usually the best course of action if you don't have teammates helping you with those enemies is to just massacre everybody else around them, drop plenty of consumables for yourself, and then you can just focus entirely on them. And that's another reason why she's built it as a tank too, because I can outlast those guys while I just focus on them when I need to. But yeah, I'm building her as just a straight tank right now. The last module I'm going to give her is another defense one. Once again, not doing spear and shield because her skill power means nothing to her. It's just the infinite ammo thing doesn't get buffed by skill power. I don't know why I think it should, but skill power in this game seems to only affect the damage on damaging skills that do damage for the one. If your skill doesn't do damage, then skill power doesn't help them whatsoever, so definitely don't waste your build on that. It makes it easier for my reactor, so if you didn't notice, I'm making sure I got skill cooldown and skill duration on my reactor, which is its only use, by the way, because again, skill power means nothing for her for this build too. So I'm just kind of grinding. I'm willing to use any reactor under the sun. That will give me a yellow one, a gold one, for both those eventually, so it'll be another slight buff when I get that too. But it's perfect pretty much now because her skill cooldown and skill duration is almost identical, which is exactly what you need to have infinite rockets pretty much. The one drawback is obviously you damage yourself every time you use the skill, plus you take a little bit more damage when you're in frenzy mode and you can't move much. But that's also why you want to build it as a tank if you're doing infinite rockets, because the missile launcher, it doesn't really get buffed for damage. It has no crit rate at all, so there's no point investing any crits into it. That's why if you saw my gun, I'm using utility mods on it, like recoil and weapon change speed now. That's still useful, especially because sometimes I don't want to be in my infinite rocket phase. I want to take frenzied off if I'm taking a lot of damage and just get my mobility and even more damage reduction going, and then just switch to Thunder Cage in those moments. And in those moments, she's like the second tankiest person I have when she's doing that next to Ajax. But yeah, this is just a very fun build. That's why I made it. And yeah, building her as a tank is the perfect thing to do if you're going to do the infinite rockets, because like I said, you can't really increase your gun damage on that any more than just the raw damage mods anyway. So either do this build or do just the glass cannon maxed out sniper one.